Over 1,000 Kenyan citizens are fighting and dying in a war that isn't theirs. This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover the desperate diplomatic scramble to bring them home, the families protesting in the streets, and the shocking intelligence report that exposed the true scale of this crisis. Meet the families who gathered at GOVT Gardens, holding photos of their sons. They're not soldiers. They were lured by promises of work, only to find themselves on the front lines of the Russia-Ukraine war. The pressure is now explosive, and the Kenyan government is in a race against time. But here's the twist. This isn't just a rescue mission. It's a fight against a pipeline of fraudulent recruitment that's sending Kenyans to their deaths. The story begins with a chilling report tabled in Parliament. According to the National Intelligence Service, over 1,000 Kenyans have been lured into this foreign war. The breakdown is horrifying. 89 are confirmed to be on the front line right now. 39 are hospitalized with injuries, and 28 are officially missing in action, their fates unknown. This report, shared by National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, forced the issue into the open. But even before it became public, the human cost was already spilling onto the streets of Nairobi. On February 19th, families held a peaceful protest and prayer session at GOVT Gardens. Their placards said it all: "Bring our sons home." They formally petitioned senior government officials, demanding urgent state intervention. This public pressure created a firestorm that the government could no longer ignore. And then, something shocking happened. The government launched a high-stakes diplomatic offensive. On Friday, Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Korir Singh Oi went into crisis mode. He held separate, urgent meetings with the ambassadors of both Russia and Ukraine right here in Nairobi. His mission? To strike a deal to save Kenyan lives. With Ukrainian Ambassador Yuri Itakar, Singh Oi raised serious concerns about the affected Kenyans and explored mechanisms for their possible repatriation. He also addressed the core of the problem, the fraudulent recruitment of Kenyan citizens. He outlined domestic measures being taken to prevent more young men from being tricked into this deadly conflict. But here's the part that will blow your mind. The principal secretary then met with Russian Ambassador Vsevolod Tikashenko. The requests were direct and grim. He asked for full, unimpeded consular access to Kenyans in the conflict zones. He sought clear, transparent protocols for bringing home prisoners of war. And, in a heartbreaking detail, he requested procedures for repatriating the remains of those who have already died. Singh Oi's statement was stark. He said, "I underscored the government's serious concern regarding Kenyans captured on the front lines." He welcomed Russian efforts to flush out fake recruitment agencies, but the clock is ticking for those already trapped. This isn't just about diplomacy. It's about a system that failed to protect its citizens from predators. The petition from the families didn't just go to the Foreign Affairs Office. It landed on the desks of Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs Musalia Mudavadi, and Cabinet Secretary for Labor Alfred Mutua. This cross-government alert shows the crisis is now a top national priority. The implications are massive for Kenya's foreign policy and for the safety of its workers abroad. Some say the government is acting too late after the damage is done. Others argue this intense pressure is the only way to get results from warring nations. But the controversy rages. If over 1,000 were lured, how did the pipeline operate for so long? And the biggest, most urgent question remains unanswered: how many of our sons will actually make it home alive? We started with a shocking fact: over 1,000 Kenyans in a foreign war. Now you've seen the family's pain, the government's frantic talks, and the grim statistics from the intelligence report. This is a story of desperation, diplomacy, and a fight for our citizens' lives. Do you think the government is doing enough to bring these Kenyans home and shut down the recruitment pipeline for good? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking international stories.